quality function development. Basically, it is a structured approach toward defining customer needs or requirements and translating them to specific plans to produce products to meet those needs. And so these are the four approaches which consist in the quality function development. So the first thing is what you start off with, what the customer wants in your products, and the second thing is how you could cater those wants, and the third thing is basically you design your product, and the fourth thing is you go on with the test, you do pilot study, and you do present your product to the customers and see how they perceive it, and collect data about how successful your product has been. So this is basically what is called the house quality, and the first thing is what the customer wants, and this is called the how to satisfy customer wants. This is the technical aspect or the product requirements, and this is the interrelationship between the technical aspects or the product requirements, and this is the relationship matrix which is between what the customer wants and how to satisfy the customer wants. So you give a weightage, you get a value here, which tells you about the weightage of the things that you should be focusing on basically. And this is the competitive assessment, where the customer sees your product, and how do they perceive your product compared to a competitor who is providing the same product. These are the target values that you want to achieve, and through this weighted average rating, you would say that, let's suppose there is a target value, there is a point which has a higher target value, so you basically focus that in the development of your product, and this is the technical evaluation of your product. So starting off, I am taking an example of the development of a textbook. So what I do is I do a basic research of the students. So let's suppose this book is for the matric students, so I do basic research and do interviews and surveys and ask them what they want to see in a book. And so they after conducting those research, I reach at this point. So comprehensiveness, practical quizzes, practice quizzes, and trusting and practicality. So what I do is that I ask them how much priority they give to each of them. Let's suppose they give priority to it 7 out of 10, as 5, 9, and 8. Now in order to cater these customer wants, I basically see that how can I cater these wants. So I have come up with these 4 points. These are the small chapters to make it more interesting, examples so that I could make my book more comprehensive or more practical, and the third thing is the knowledge, which is basically the amount of information provided in the book, which covers the comprehensiveness, interesting, practicality, and the fourth thing is quizzes. So basically this covers up this the practice quizzes session part and the practicality part. So what I do is I ask them to give, based on this I come up with, let's suppose if we could see that in the small chapters and examples, basically there is a negative correlation between these two product requirements, because if I give more examples in the book, it would be more lengthy, and the relationship between examples and knowledge is positively strong positive because if I give more example, the book would have more information in it. And the other thing is that the relationship between examples and quizzes is also positively related, because the amount of examples that I give, based on which I can make more quizzes at the end of the each chapters. And the last thing, the relationship between knowledge and quizzes is positive related, so they get to practice more and they will tend to learn more. So given this, let's suppose here I give a score of, because interesting and small chapters are positively correlated, for this scale I have used this relationship, strongest is equal to 10 and weak is equal to 1. So let's suppose the relationship I give it a 9. And practicality, interesting and example, 9. Practical and example, let's suppose I also give it a 9. Since comprehensiveness and knowledge is positive correlated, and there is a strong correlation, so because the amount of theory that I will give in each book and the amount of examples that it can consist of, so it would make it more comprehensive. So let's so I would give a 9. And also I would give interesting and quizzes 1, because quizzes are tend to be more boring. And practice quizzes, those who like quizzes, for them it is so basically upon considering this, I get the importance point of this. So what we do is 9 multiplied by 9 is equal to 81. So it is 81. 9 multiplied by 9 plus 8 multiplied by 9, we get 153. 9, and here we get 54. Also this is also a kind of weightage. So 63, which tells the how your product will be placed according to the competitors. So 45, here we get 171. So here we get 72. Now I will be comparing my I will ask the I will be comparing my product compared to a competitor who is providing the same book. So let's suppose for this I have used this scale. So here we get 0. This is where my product is stand, and here is 0, 0, 0. Since I will be giving more attached to this, so it will be 0, and a little bit, so it will be 0. So let's suppose the competitor places here, 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 and here. So by connecting these points, I will get an idea of where my product stands compared to a competitor. So if we see that in order to cater this part of the small chapters part and the interesting, so I would come up with a chapter which consists of 15 to 20 pages. In order to cater this part, I would target value would be to come up with more examples. So let's suppose I keep a target of 5 examples in each chapter. Let me make it 15. So in order to make it more knowledgeable, or the amount of information should be more, so I would focus on more on theory part. And the amount of quizzes, let's suppose I make like 5 to 10 questions at chapter end. So I would do a technical evaluation, like how hard will be for me to meet these demands, and how can I come up with a better product to satisfy my customer. So this is a holistic approach of development of a new textbook. So thank you.